Brian Redband!
From the five-star Veterans Memorial Arena in Jacksonville, Florida, for UFC 249, Ferguson versus Gaethje, presented by Devour Foods, the official frozen meal of the UFC. Never just eat, devour! And now, this fight is 3 pounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Fighting!
My friends, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to your team. Let me just close the door. Brian Redband, the first time I've ever seen him make it into the stream first. And a JMMA request to never hear that music on this stream again. I can't promise that that's not going to happen. I can't promise you that you won't hear it at the end of this very same stream. JMMA says, play Biggie like you did a while ago. Yeah, you know what? Crazy enough, that's one of the few songs I didn't get a copyright strike for, which is very interesting. That's why I don't play a lot more different music. But JMA wants to warm me up. I need a warm up, and I know we only have YouTube makes it hard to play music because of copyright. Yeah, it's crazy the stuff they catch, Brian Redband. It's I understand. We are. Hey, El Jefe Joy! Hot take, homie. Word on the street. Diaz got jumped in Stockton. That's how the injury happened. What? No way. Where did you see? Can you give me sauce? Give me some sources, my man. We are inviting wannabe Drake MMA to a fight. I need to hear sauces on that. Ed 20 says 2 minutes late. I don't know if I was 2 minutes late, Ed. My clock shows that I was right. What? On time. JMA says, my first few streams were blocked in Cuba and the Philippines. Yeah, I've had a couple of those. I can't afford another fine, Ed 20. Brian Redband says that he was jumped by 4 men 5 years ago. Just another day in Stockton. Man, what is Nathan? I heard Ariel Hawani says, the streets are the source, coach. Streets is... Hey, Jay, I sent you that invite. Streets. Yeah, what is Nathan, which is what he gets called in these streets, according to Ariel Helwani. He gets called in the streets Nathan, not Nate. What is he doing? Why? What beef? I want to know the drama, the realness of being Nate Diaz. Like, he can't be this, tough guy in every situation. There's somebody out there that has his number, somebody that Nate Diaz fears. Maybe 4 or 5 men, according to Brian Redband. Or 4 men, specifically. El Jefe Choice says, Josh Thompson was talking about on the weigh-in show. Okay, I need that. I do. Can I just say, this is a hot take. Somebody asked me who I don't like at MMA, and there are not many. In fact, even this person, Josh Thompson, it's not that I don't like him. It's just there's something about his attitude. There's just something about him that rubs me the wrong way. It's I can't put my finger on it. It's just something about him and McCarthy. John McCarthy, Big John. I love John as a ref, and there's something about John McCarthy I just don't appreciate. And you put those two together, for whatever reason, it's a pretty decent podcast. I'll listen to it. JMA says, nobody believes Josh Thompson. He's a Diaz hater. I don't know if he's a Diaz hater as much later in his career. LFA Choice says, okay, Jay, coming from the guy that is scared of Yakuza. Yakuza behind the Diaz jump. Hey, Yakuza, shout out, Yakuza. JMMA, you said you wanted to warm me up. I sent you that invite. The people are waiting for you to show up. You don't like the Punk? How disappointing. It's El Jefe saying I don't like is strong. It's just there's some vibe, there's some energy I'm getting from him that, I'll listen to the podcast. And it's the same thing with John McCarthy. Like, neither of them have done or said anything that I don't like. That's what's weird. It's just, he's one of those people that I see and I'm just like, there's something about him. And all AKA fighters, yeah, even Luke Rockhold. I think Luke Rockhold, as he's gotten older, has Lil Huddy. All right, we're gonna get a warm up. JMMA has to pay some bills, so we're gonna get a warm up with a random, and then we're gonna jump into ranked. I will break the ranked action up if Jay wants to get a fight in, but I'm feeling like I want to get a fight. Coach is dating Joshua Fabian. No, Little Huddy, I am not. Not that there's anything wrong. Actually, there is something wrong with dating Joshua Fabian. That guy does not have. It doesn't seem like he's very ethical. Coach and Francis are behind the Diaz jump. That's why he was late. No, if Francis was involved in that, I'm sure that would have been a murder, and I don't take that word lightly. I want to know how many of these tough guys, like the guys that we see, walking around 185, 205, like, how many of the toughest of the tough guys divert their eyes from Francis Ngannou when he's around? I mean, you can't say that you're tougher than him. I know it's kind of a fan-like thing to think about, but it's just, and to me, it's intriguing. It's like almost like an animal when you, not Francis, but all of us, like he is the alpha of us all. Which is crazy. Ed 20 says, WSA, there's actually a jump, or you guys trolling? Coach gets a Coach, what? Huddy, you better change that picture and do an apologetic face. El Jefe Choi says, Diego Sanchez is now thinking the UFC is going to kill him. That's how sad Diego is now. Like, come on. Well, El Jefe Choi, you're saying, come on. Well, actually, Jay, you know what I want to do? I want to practice in the division that is actually live right now. That makes the most sense, is warming up. All right, middleweight it is. So let's do a middleweight fight. JMMA had a fight. I used Diego Sanchez, by the way, against JMMA. He requested it on yesterday's stream. We had a dog fight. But as far as Diego Sanchez goes, there is it's crazy. Like El Jefe Choi says, it's sad. It's sad, but it's like it's happened to so many people before. It just isn't in this. There weren't cameras around for all of them. Like, this happened to Mike Tyson. What we're seeing with Fabian, we've seen this. We've seen it before. It's just there was no cameras. Nobody documented the guys, these leeches that attach themselves to, once prominent big stars when they're on the decline. We've never seen what that looks like. So, it's one of those things. It's scary to see. Coach, any news on your league fight? Yeah, I haven't heard anything yet. I don't know what's coming up next for me, man. It's scary. It's I want to get some answers. I want to know who I'm going up. Scary is the wrong word. It's nerve-wracking. I want to get in there and find out who I'm preparing for. They did tweet previously that they wanted to see me fight, that I was going to get the winner of the Seb Contre versus wannabe Kyle, or whatever this other guy's name is. And so I think I'm going to get a title shot, and I think it will be against Seb Contre, which we fought before for the title, and he knocked me out in the 5th round of our title fight. He is the most winning champion in the league. He's 16-1. I forget how many title defenses he has. I think he has 11 title defenses. Ed 20 says, somebody needs to reach out to Diego. And then Lil Huddy says, Coach needs Joshua Fabia in his corner. I do not need Joshua Fabia in my corner, but, you know, I said this yesterday, Ed, and it's like, how many people, even if you had a problem, let's say you're Greg Jackson or Mike Winklejohn, whoever was in that gym that worked with him, let's say you guys had a horrible falling out and you don't like each other anymore, left on terrible terms. Like, if somebody's in that bad a condition, don't you put the beef aside, the past behind you and say, look, dude, look out. You're being taken advantage of. And this Joshua Fabia guy, I mean, the pictures he's taken with Diego Sanchez, there's one where they both have their shirt off and they're sitting on the bed and kind of have their head tilted in the same direction. It's the creepiest guy I've seen in a long time. And, you know, Joshua Fabia isn't the first person to do this to somebody, and he won't be the last. That's the worst part. Ed 20 says, we're going to get an MK stream. We might. We actually might. I feel like playing MK. But we'll see, Ed. I'll definitely let you know before the end of this stream. We'll do a little late night MK action. The part about, I'm trying to use a Romero, but the bad part about his using him is his stamina. In a 5-round fight, you're hard pressed to make it to the end, and he's slow. You got to wrestle with him, but his wrestling is on point. Okay, so I want to switch it up a little bit here. There we go. You can't go crazy with him and use the flying knee too. Yeah, absolutely, El Jefe, you can't. Coach, you need to spar a black belt on the feet. I'm the guy. Help prep you for the league. I will absolutely love to do that, Ed. I'll take any practice, any looks I can get. Got that takedown on. Probably a little bit too little, too late on my part for this round. But at least I'm stalling the action and keeping myself from getting hit in the body and losing more stamina before the end. But today, what I thought I was going to come in here and talk about right away was this huge interview. To me, the biggest MMA news of the day was this Chris Weidman interview. And if you hadn't had a chance to see it, get away from this stream right now and go watch it. It's with Ariel Helwani. He's interviewing Chris Weidman. And it was hard to watch at some points at this thing, man. It's like, in the very beginning, Chris Weidman said he'd been struggling with, and he almost said depression, and then he said feelings. I mean, he's going through it, man. He's gone through hell, not only with this, but before. And I didn't realize how painful. Lil Huddy says, and he did change his profile picture, by the way. Lil Huddy says, the Chris interviews are snoozers, not this one. To me, it was interesting hearing, like, what that was actually like. He goes into pretty good detail, like going to the bathroom. Dude was crying, you know? To me, that's just tragic. I don't want any, like, ugh. But I also agree with you, Huddy. A lot of Chris Weidman interviews are just not that entertaining. Woo. Ah, there we go. I think I'm just doing a little bit too much backing up, not taking advantage of advantages on the feet. I don't know if you guys heard my wife in the background. She always, wants to make a little bit of noise as I told her to stay in the room. Stay in her cage, in fact. She disobeyed me. Okay. Get back in the cage. Back in your cage. I think I was muted for that, so nobody heard. Back to the action, folks. Oh, no. Yeah, Coach, Romero is not it. We would get lit up. Are you threatening me? Lil Huddy says, reported to the FBI. Why? Why would you ever report me to the FBI, my friend? Yeah, Romero it's tough. I feel like I've had good fights with him, but it's probably just not against great competition. Let's just say it. Oh no. Coach Heavy Hands 2021, stay in your cage. I thought I was on, that was on mute. You guys should not have been able to hear that. They're about to breach my front door. I bet. I bet you would call. I bet you would. Snitch! I bet you would, snitch! Jeez, Coach, the stamina's crazy. Usually my stamina is in a good place. That was the El Jefe Choi special. Ed 20 says, Madame Heavy Hands, ready to really call the shots. Coach acting tough. I already told you, dude. I already told you. I run my house. I run this house with an iron fist. I said it before, and I'll say it again. My wife doesn't have any... I'm the man. Anyways, back to the action against JMMA. Here we go. Having fun playing these video games. Oh. What's with the whispering? I wasn't whispering. I had a piece of food caught in the back of my throat. Let's try to finish this fight and get some ranked fights in here. Try to bring a finish to the table. Can't get through that block. Oh no! Yeah, Romero is tough. Romero is hard to use. Yes. Hello? 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 Yes. I know the way. Stipe? Come get some? Oh! Not enough EPO. Shout out. That's one thing Romero is not using is EPO. I would not look at him and be like, dude's using EPO. Rear Naked. What is up, Rear Naked MMA? What is up, my guy? Shout out to you. I'm trying to survive the trials and tribulations that is JMMA. Rear Naked. I got to remember to call you that the first time. Oh no. Oh. Oh. My goodness. Oh no! Oh, that was nice. That was nice. I survived it. But JMMA paying me back for yesterday's fight with Diego Sanchez. Good fight to you, my man. You warmed me up good with them hard shots. And no, I will not be using Romero at 20 going forward. So let's do some online ranked fights, which is what we're here for. That's definitely for the... JMMA says that's for the Diego Sanchez KO from yesterday. Hey, you challenged Diego Sanchez, and I brought him out for you. He said, no, I'm using Romero. I am not using Romero. I am using... If I'm in middleweight, I'm going to use Robert Whittaker. Oh, by the way, let's just check in once again. Let's check in. Your boy, Coach Heavy Hands, is 133rd in the USA, or in the universe. El Jefe Choi, Romero is good, but I'm not good with him. I agree with you. I can tell. I've been beaten. I've been thrashed by people that are great with Romero. I've been beaten by him. So, and we're 62nd in North America. So if you're in here, you haven't had a chance to subscribe, please subscribe. You haven't had a chance to like this video, please like the video. If you just take a second, look below the video, hit the like. And what's most important to me is that you have your notifications on. Please make sure you hit your notifications. Rear Naked saying that Coach climbing up the rankings quick time. Yeah, man, I'm feeling a little bit better about my approach. I'm trying to find different guys, actually, because I feel like I'm sticking with guys I know have the attributes that I need to win, but there's some sleepers, some guys, lower rated guys, or just different guys that might do things differently. So, Brian Redband says, imagine they start negotiating with Coach on the phone for Lewis, and they fight and they think it's Francis Ngannou. He's on the phone with Hunter Campbell. I would love to do that. I would love to. And I'd be like, yes, this is the bank account number is 224337. I would give him my bank account number, set that contract up, sign on the dotted line. You hear me? Take all that money, and your boy, Coach Heavy Hands, would never be seen again. Because Francis is getting paid. His next fight, if it's with John Jones, he's getting paid. And I'm not going to ball out. I'll live off of one fight's paycheck. I'll live the rest of my life off of that. At 20T says, I can't remember a time when something like that happened before. But it would be hilarious. It would be very funny. Coach, I deserve a title shot to Mike Vick's Disciple Group Championship. He finished Proto. I'm your biggest threat. I want to see you. At 20, I've heard a lot about your improvement, man. I want to see it. I love that. That's very impressive. And I definitely want to get a fight in with you if you'd be so kind. Maybe at the end of the stream, you can blow my mind. Here we go. Rear Naked says that Francis impersonation is giving me nightmares of getting KO'd by Francis. Yeah, man. Dude, if Francis wants it, he's going to take it. E Plurib, fighting E Plurib, who we've met before. Closest thing, Brian Redband said. Brian Redband says, closest thing I remember was back in the day, a guy requesting Rory McDonald come out to a Rihanna song, and Rory stood quiet. That's funny. If Coach ever meets Francis, he better run. Hey, if I see Francis on the regular, okay? You already know how our relationship is. No, but in all seriousness, yeah, I would never say, hey, Francis, I'm Coach Heavy Hands. And then you go, oh, Coach, let's look at your stream. Let's look now. I would run. You would know my real name, not this online fun we all have together. Not going to the morgue today, homeboys. Got that takedown on Tony Ferguson, which doesn't mean it's the end of our work. It's just the beginning. if I remember, E Plurib. I might have beaten him before, but if I remember correctly, he is a good fighter. Coach, call Extreme Couture in Vegas. Francis lives there. I should do that and record it. I should do that. Do a little bit of research on who works there and, like, call there and act familiar enough and be like, hey, whoever picks up the phone, be like, yeah, what's up, John? Let me talk to such and such. And just see how far I can get. Put that on YouTube, and we will all be on the come up because I'm taking everybody with me. We make it big. We all make it big. Rear Naked says, make sure you have Lewis on speed dial. Oh, no. I was reading a comment. I barely saw that he was doing that. Hold on one second. I'm going to get to your comment here, Rear Naked, in just a second. Let me get back in a good position. Make sure you have Lewis on speed dial and Stipe as well. Yeah, I'm going to need both of them. If anything cracks off, I'm going to need them both. Because, one at a time I don't think is going to help me very much. You look like, Coach, you've got to call. Oh, no! I've got to call it the Francis impersonation. I think that would be hilarious, but the chances of me actually doing that are slim. I don't want to be a jerk, and that's a jerk kind of thing to do. But I would admit, it's making me smile at the entire time I'm saying this to you. Definitely smiling about it. It would be kind of fun. And I'm not saying it's impossible to do. Crazy Horse Bennett would be the best birthday message ever. Dude, I would love that. I would like to have a conversation with Crazy Horse Bennett. There's a podcast, in fact, with... and I'll read that in just a sec. There's a podcast with... Oh, man, it's called MMA Roasted. And a while ago, they had Charles Crazy Horse Bennett. I mean, I'm talking 2 years ago, 3 years ago. They had Charles Crazy Horse call in as a guest. Dude is wild. There is no faking. There's no difference between the guy that we see on camera. Maybe he turns it up when he's feeling the energy, but that's the same guy. It's a real person. And by the way, it's not Crazy Horse, it's Felony. Ed20 says that's going to be our 150 subs special. Dude, I make it to 150. If we get to 200 subs, that's what I'm doing. Brian Redbat says, let's think of ideas you can say using your Francis impression. Yeah, I would actually be open to doing something. I got a call somewhere in Vegas. Because that's where Francis lives. Like, his stomping grounds are in Vegas. It'd be funny to call, like, a restaurant. I know, like, his favorite restaurant. Or, yeah, I don't want to do that. Something else would be kind of funny. Lil Huddy says he doesn't like trash talkers. What made you say that, Lil Huddy? And aren't you a Nick Diaz or a Diaz fan? Nate Diaz fan? Because I do think Nate and Nick both talk trash, you know what I'm saying? Going up against E Plurib. At 20 points out there, that Little Huddy is a Jake Paul supporter. Hey, but Lil Huddy was right when we all were wrong. I don't know. I don't remember anybody else saying Jake Paul was going to win that fight. Aside from Lil Huddy. Huddy had it. You gotta, that's historic. Huddy says no, he just said that Jake would win. Brian Redman said you could call the UFC Performance Institution that's in Vegas. See, that to me, I don't know why I'm a little bit more okay with that. I'm going to run this past my wife. I mean, I'm going to think about it on my own and make my own decisions. Because I run the show. Drew Hadley, my boy, B-boy. What is going on? Welcome back to the stream. Welcome to your team. Much like Jay MMA, oh no, Jay didn't knock me out. Drew knocked me out last night viciously because he was angry. Brian Redband says, hold on one second, let me get back to it. In just less than a minute, because we're obviously an accelerated clock here. Less than a minute. Less than a minute, we'll be right there with you. Jake fighting the rock, paper, scissors champ next and calling himself a real fighter. You know, eventually you have to give Jake some credit. Like, I mean, the dude is knocking people out. You gotta give him a modicum, right, of credit. He deserves something. He got in there with Ben Askren. He knocked him out in the first round. You can't. I'm interested. I want to see who he fights next. I'm gonna watch it. You know, I mean, he's doing something right. And so, my man, Brian Redband says, yes, now what would you say theoretically? I don't know. I would have, like I said, I would try to call, Lil Huddy says, Coach is the most interactive streamer. I don't think so. I think, Crooks does a really good job. Crooks is responds to everybody, man. Crooks is a legit, he interacts, he talks to people. I mean, I've talked to him on his stream before. Shout out to Crooks, by the way. Coach, my neighbor's had a hip replacement as well. If I KO him, am I a real boxer? Well, if this person that had a hip replacement at one time was a fighter, I mean, and how long has he been healing for? Can he at least put his hands up and, you know, defend himself? I mean, then yeah, you might want to put that in the W column. I would. I've done that before. I've had to, you know, lay the smack down on someone that's freshly out of surgery. It's unfortunate. But, you know, you shouldn't call me names. But as far as Francis Ngannou, if I call the Performance Institute, I don't know exactly what to say. I would want to do research on who works there. Who would I talk to? And the problem is, if the number that I would get to... the number I would get to call the Performance Institute would be the public number. Francis Ngannou probably wouldn't call the public number. So the first thing I would have to say is like something about I lost the number or I got a new phone or some reason why Francis is going to be calling the front desk of the Performance Institute. That's the way I think I can get behind the front lines. Now where the research comes in is who's behind the front lines. Who can I talk to that would be funny? Not to do anything, just not to cause any problems. Oh! Coach definitely gave a few guys wedgies back then. No, I'm not a bully. I am not a bully. I've never been a bully. I do not like bullies. I will bully a bully, but I'm not a bully. Oh! Oh! So, he says low-key genius for bullying bullies. But, like I said, so that's how we would get past. You'd be surprised. Jairzinho has a YouTube channel, and he called the public number to get UFC gloves. They didn't even get him the right gloves. They were sparring gloves. Call and say Francis spanks John. That's interesting. I'm kind of shocked that Jairzinho is a streamer. Nothing about him and his demeanor reads I'm a streamer. I'm going to check him out. But that's interesting that he was just able to call and they just took his word and didn't have a problem with the fact that he's calling. If I worked at that Performance Institute, that would be one of the first controls I put in place is, listen, no fighters call the front desk. It's not happening. I would do that with any business. We have two separate numbers, a public-facing number and the number that people that work here and that are in the know have. Ask if Jairzinho is a streamer. Yeah. Wait. That's what Brian Redband said. That's surprising to me. Are you surprised by that too? Is that what you mean, Rear Naked? Because I'm shocked. Lil Huddy says Max is the GOAT streamer. I've heard Max is fun to watch. I've also heard that Demetrius Johnson, he's still really fun to watch. And Demetrius Johnson's kind of like the grandfather of fighters that stream, in my opinion. He was the first one I'd ever seen. I'm like, dude, Demetrius Johnson was sponsored by Xbox at one point in his career. So Jairzinho, oh, he has a YouTube channel. My bad. But does he stream? Brian Redband only said he has a YouTube channel. He didn't say he streamed. Lil Huddy called one of the greatest fighters of all time, Demetrius Johnson, an overrated mouse. Hot take of the stream, my friends. That guy is a legend. That man is a legend. He really is. Demetrius Johnson will be much more appreciated after he retires than when he's fighting now. I mean, it's just how it is for him. Some fighters, that's the way it is. They'll look back at him and be like, golly. Because he's so far ahead of his time. And is obviously the greatest flyweight to ever fight. Huddy says Figueiredo, Davidson Figueiredo, is better than DJ. And that's... Wait, El Jefe Choi says he doesn't know about that, coach. Please elaborate. Please elaborate. Okay, Triple C. Okay, El Jefe Choi, I will concede that. Triple C could be that guy, but he's got to fight. He can't be... the second fight was close. The second fight was close, El Jefe Choi. But he doesn't have the resume that Demetrius Johnson has. He doesn't have the it's not just title defenses, it's just the grind that Demetrius Johnson has put in, cleared out to his division. He isn't that. El Jefe Choi says he won the bantam and flyweight belt. He did. That's to his credit, that's for sure. Mighty Mouse, one belt, been done, but Mighty Mouse had it as a record. Oh no. This guy is so tricky with the submissions. I'll be right there with the comments, guys. I'll be right there. Man, he might have stole that round. Okay, so Mighty Mouse, he's Lil Huddy says weak competition. Mando 5 on the game in CCC after another big win. That's Drew Hundley. Brian Redman says, what if you called the Performance Institute and asked for a sports bra on a day that Francis will be there? That's hilarious. That is actually funny. That is funny. I might consider it. Judging is so important. If the judges didn't give Henry the decision, he wouldn't be in the discussion. Thank you. At 20, Moraes just exposed him. Dude, I'm talking about fighting at flyweight. Fighting at flyweight, Little Huddy. He's not fighting at UFC flyweight. He's fighting in a different division. He's fighting really large men compared to him in 1FC. Of the 125ers, he's got to be. Yeah, Moraes says it's just crazy. Rear Naked says he has crazy size advantage on DJ. He really does. El Jefe Choice says, what if we do that with the judges? Yeah, and I agree. The judge's decision, he was a judge's decision away. DJ could have easily won that fight and gotten the nod, and we would have all been saying, like I said, oh my God. I keep falling for this. Oh my God. Never again. Never again. What? My God. I want to read these comments about DJ because I'm confused at how we're not all just in agreement and haven't moved on from this discussion at this point. It's kind of crazy to me that there's any debate with what DJ did in the UFC. It's confusing to me. Wow. Henry beat Marlon Moraes to win the 135, not the actual champ. Yeah, and Henry doesn't have a lot of title defenses here. He's attained these belts. What's become a fad, Conor McGregor made this the thing to do, and I think Conor loses some of his luster over the years because of it. It's like you can't get the belts and never defend them. Like Conor McGregor got the belts, took the picture, never defended the 145 pound title. A lot of people don't realize that. He never defended that belt, ever. Which is reasonable because he was killing himself to get down to 145. Fine. But you never defended the belt, and then you went and got another one. Great, that is a challenge, but that's in the division you should have been in. Taj Tenet! What is up, my man? Thank you for joining the stream. Thanks for coming back to your team. It's been a heck of a stream. Well played, respect. I don't know who won that fight. Woo! It's a wrap! Taj Tenet says, and Conor didn't defend either belt. Either. Taj Tenet says he's in a bad place. UFC is no longer fun for me. Yeah, I definitely won the decision. Brian Redband. Why, Taj Tenet? Would you mind? I know it's annoying to type sometimes, but could you elaborate what's happened? Because a lot of people have said this. El Jefe Choice says you can even argue he beat EPO Dillashaw. Yeah, you can. He beat EPO Dillashaw. That's what he did. Another W. Thank you, my man. I appreciate it. Drew Hundley says I felt DJ won the fight with Triple C, but since it was the last fight there and the fight was going to die out, like why not give him the dub instead of having two top contenders fight again, or at least a draw? Yeah, they shouldn't do that. They shouldn't decide fights though, Drew, by they shouldn't decide fights by like where a division's going or any external circumstances. I'm glad those are not considered when we're talking about, when a decision is made. I hope we can keep things as objective as possible and independent. That's the word I'm looking for, as possible. We made it to the top 100! Let's go, baby. This is for you, JMMA. It's top 100 time, baby. This is the road to the top 100. And we're back. We back. We touched that top 100, baby. Top 100. This for you, Jay. Thank you, Taj Tenet. Thank all about your blah, blah, blah. What is up? Welcome back to your stream. Welcome back to the team, my friends. let's take a look at where we are in North America. We know in the universe, our team is in the top 100, I should say. We are 52nd in North America. For those outside of the Americas, that is Canada, the USA, and good old Mexico. Top 10, fellas. Welcome to the top 100. Congrats on climbing. We are going to continue the grind. Thank you, Rear Neckit. Thank you, my man. Coach Climbing, quick time. That's what we do. At 20 says, TJ. Oh, Taj Tennis says, I realized I could not dedicate the time to maintain top 10. Good job, Coach. Thank you. Well, I mean, Taj Tennis, believe it or not, I play this game. I do play this game a lot. I play it every day, essentially, and I'll play sometimes outside of the stream. I play a couple hours a day. I mean, and you are good. Taj Tennis, wait till the next update comes out. They'll have new fighters. Brian Redband, do you know something that I don't know? Taj Tennis says, Coach, I knew you'd be here. It gets lonely. Call me Marquise. I will call you Marquise. Marquise. Alias. That's my alias, Taj. I will call you Marquise, my man. I will absolutely call you Marquise. Welcome to the stream, Marquise. Welcome to your team, young Marquise. So we are looking for another fight. We are top 100. You know, a lot of these other streamers take that for granted because I think guys like Crooks, who's once again, shout out to Crooks, excellent streamer. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out Crooks 209, make sure you do that. He streams every day pretty much for hours, much longer than I am, and he's much better than I am. But, you know, some of these guys wake up and they're just in the top 100. It's a struggle for me. It really is. We didn't even make it to the top 100 last season. I drugged the team down. At 20 says, Coach, we gonna see you get a sub. I will absolutely try to get a sub. I love my I understand why Critical Sandman, who is a day one guy of the stream, viewer of the stream, why he likes to submit people. It's a lot of fun. When you get that submission and you get that finish, it feels good. And I never cared for it before. Actually, in EA MMA, I was a submission master. Taj Tennis says, I don't care, Coach. I beat Crooks every time in ranked. Wow. I know he's good, but I don't see it when I play him. What? You beat Crooks every time you play? What? Get at you later tonight, man. Yeah, Drew, I will get at you, my man. Thank you for stopping by, Drew. You are the man. Shout out to you and congratulations. I won't spill your news for you, but I will say congratulations, shout out, and best to all you've got going on. LFA Choice says, I subbed him in an MMA gaming match. Did I really? I am not being, I really don't remember that. I don't remember how the fight finished, LFA Choi. I'm sorry that actually, I'm not sorry that we met on these. That's how I know you, is from that fight. So I'm glad that we fought. I hope we never get matched up again, though. So does Rose have a champ gear yet in the game? Oh, you know what? We're going to check that right away. No problem, Drew. I'm very, very happy for you. I like hearing good things from other people, and I enjoy that. So it's good to hear about you, my man. Let's take a look. Coach, Dana wouldn't sign you on to Dana White Championship something if he saw you fight. Let's pick it up and maul these gazelles. Let me tell you something. The mauls will come, Ed. The mauls will come. They do. We're going to go back and see how many of these fights. Oops, hold on, wrong one. We're going to go back and see how many of these fights we finished, how many decisions we've got. But we're going to check right now to see. There hasn't been an update. I haven't seen a player update, Brian Redband. But we're answering a question. Dana White Contender Series. That's right. Let's see if Rose has gotten her champ gear. I don't think so. There is an update coming out. No, she doesn't. She doesn't have it. So we're going to get an update. Hopefully they fix some issues. I mean, think about this, fellas. They've been taking all of these patches. They haven't even been, like, enhancing the game. I know, Brian Redband says, you think it would happen, like, the following Tuesday. They should have it updated. But let me see this here, fight history. There are decisions. But look, decision KO, this guy quit, decision KO, did not quit. Look at this. This is like a pattern. Decision KO. There are more KOs here. There are more finishes and quits than we've got decisions. We do have 3 decisions. So I have data to back myself up, Ed. What are you bringing to the table? Taj Tennant says, Patch Tuesday. He says, like Microsoft. Yeah. Yeah, I would think so. It's not only Microsoft. I thought they also on Tuesdays in previous games would like update the results of like the prediction. Like you can go in and predict the winners of fights. They used to do that in UFC 3 or 2. And then the following Tuesday, they would update it to say, let everybody know who won, let you know that your prediction was right, if you got the right round and all that stuff. So we're going Derek. Oh, no. I just saw his ping go crazy. I saw his ping spike. Brian Redband says, at 20, some fighters get development deals. They do, like Sean O'Malley. Yeah, that's pretty incredible. It's crazy to think, speaking of like development deals, it's crazy to think that Diego Sanchez was the first Ultimate Fighter. Think about that. The first Ultimate Fighter, and they said that those Ultimate Fighter contracts are awful. Like they win $100,000, they win $100,000 contract, but what they don't tell you, it's like a 5-fight contract. So you're getting $20,000 essentially the show type of thing. It's some sort of crazy low deal. Like you do not want to get into the UFC or didn't want to get into the UFC on an Ultimate Fighter contract. It was a rough way to get in. Unless you were like a Kimbo. If Kimbo Slice would have won the Ultimate Fighter, my goodness. My God. They might have ended up renaming it the Kimbo Fighting Championship. Could you guys imagine? I don't know. Some of you guys are too young. But Kimbo Slice was the absolute beast. He wasn't out there fighting Dada 5000. He was getting people excited for fights in the UFC. Real Vatos. We've fought him before. Connor made $8,000 to show, $8,000 to win, and a $60,000 bonus. When was that, Ed 20? Kimbo was a beast. Yeah, he really was, man. Lil Huddy says the Dada 5000 fight was the worst fight ever. Yeah, Lil Huddy, Lil Huddy, excuse me. It was so bad that it was good. It was so bad that it became entertaining, which is I've never experienced that before. His first fight ever. Ed 20, you said first fight ever. Do you mean his first fight in the UFC, obviously? There's no way. Well, Huddy says he watched that fight live. Oh, no. I thought I was just about to get dropped. This guy's very good. I need to touch that body a little bit more. Become a little bit less predictable on this. In the UFC. Okay, that makes sense. But he was coming off of Cage. Wasn't he double champ in Cage Warriors? Didn't he leave? Did he leave the Cage Warriors double champ? Am I mistaken on that? Or did he just do the double champ thing over there and lose one of the belts or something? My God, this guy is just throwing bombs. True, he had 2 titles then left. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought his situation. So, you might argue that he was underpaid. I mean, when you're talking about getting $76,000 you paid Conor McGregor $76,000 to fight, his first fight, that was a steal. Well, maybe not, because was Marcus Brimage his first fight in the UFC, and was that on an undercard? I'm not sure. Maybe it was just right. I gotta think before I speak. Ed 20 says, I heard that guys that signed the fight Kimbo had a clause in their contracts where the promoters made them just stand up and fight. I'm not surprised by that. Little Huddy says the UFC is rigged. What do you mean? Why? Where? In which way? And what evidence do you have? And I'm not making fun of her, calling you a liar. I'm just saying, why do you think that? Marcus Brimage was the first fight in Stockholm. Okay. Who was Connor's first fight in the UFC? Connor's first fight in UFC. Yeah, it says his UFC debut was his first. That was it, Marcus Brimage. Or you were just agreeing with me and just being specific, I think, maybe. That's what you're thinking. Yeah, okay, yeah. In Stockholm. Okay, I thought you were saying that was only his first fight in that... Whatever, sorry, that's just me. If any of them are rigged, it's definitely one. Wow, one gets no love from this team. It's pretty crazy. JMMA believes in the conspiracy that ONE FC is ran by the notorious Japanese gang Yakuza. Okay, here we go. Jairzinho. I'm going to try to put a little bit of pressure on him. I'm going to try to just get him to make a mistake. Oh my God. I'm not saying it is rigged, but there's some Yakuza. Hold on, I want to read that. Coach, Connor made $8,000 the show. He only made $76,000 because he got a... Oh, that's right. He got, okay, performance of the night. So he really only was going to get $16,000 to fight. Dang. My goodness. One being shady. They clearly don't make matchups to make former UFC fighters lose, right? Do you think that's what's happened, Brian Redband? Because, I don't know. I mean, Demetrius Johnson had a title over there. I mean, I don't know if they do that or not. That's it. You guys are opening my mind to things. I just never looked at ONE FC this way. At 20 says like 60%. Well, I'll be right there. I'm going to get caught up on these comments in just a second. Of course, they wanted to prove a point. That's interesting. Oh. They're trying 100% to look better than the UFC, coach. That, I mean, I'm just ignorant, man. I'm just sitting here not thinking about these things. You know, that's interesting. That's kind of a paradigm shifter right there for me. I've never thought about the fact what's the value in buying these UFC guys and just having them destroyed. That's why they got their bigger guys beating up UFC guys. That's an interesting approach. But I mean, wouldn't you want that star to shine? And yeah, think about this. These UFC fighters are, for the most part, English speaking, maybe difficult to market in Asia, and there is value in buying them to destroy them. Wow, that is interesting, and that definitely changed my perspective on things, what could potentially be happening. Rear Naked said their marketing campaigns and some of the stuff they come out with is genuinely hilarious, but I do appreciate their stupid audacity. I do enjoy ONE FC. The MMA world is a better place with ONE FC actively, you know, putting on fights. It's just a better atmosphere. Brian Redband said they put DJ in the tournament to weaken him. Put Eddie against larger opponents. Sage Northcutt. The Sage Northcutt fight was actually... I like Sage Northcutt. I know a lot of people like to hate on this kid, but I absolutely like... I like listening to Sage Northcutt interviews because he's like a cartoon character to me. He's too nice. I like him. I want to see that kid survive. I did not like watching him get his face broken. That looked different. That did not look like a competition. That looked like that. But you know what? People say that you guys are saying that was a setup. But Sage Northcutt and Uriah Faber have described that process. You know, it was a team decision to have him fight at a higher weight class. That wasn't ONE FC insisting that he fight at that at middleweight. There was no insistence from ONE FC. That was totally on his team's end to accept those conditions. I did miss your comment, TRX Subs. I'll be right there. I missed comments. Oh my god, my bad. I will read it if you can, or you can repost it and I'll see it. Reposting is always a good thing for me. If you know if I miss something, just repost it and I'll hopefully see it. I'll never try to ignore anybody. Uriah said their events are fun as hell. MMA with WWE production style, they really do go all out compared to UFC events. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I'm not the biggest like ONE FC. I don't know all the fighters' names. I'm not like an expert yet. I will get there though. I'm paying attention to them now. Their fights are on regularly. I'll be there. I'm gonna start tuning into ONE FC. But yeah, every time I see it, I've had a great time. I feel like I'm watching a premium MMA experience, and I don't feel that even when I'm watching Bellator. I don't have that feeling like, okay, I'm watching some of the best MMA in the world. Renix is probably because Yakuza put a gun to Uriah in Sage's head and said, "Say it! Say it!" Tossing this guy around to try to weaken him. Discourage him from putting this pressure on me because he's a pressure-loving guy. Oh, no! Oh, my goodness. Real Vatos is bringing the real heat. Oh, God. Once again, yep, he knows I'm going for that takedown. And he's defending all of this really well. And he is getting tired. You can see him slowing down. That's what we want. He's slowing down. That's what this wrestling, that's what this grappling does. It's slowing him down. At 20 doesn't like not seeing the knockout right away, but I'm just not that guy. You guys, ever since I played, you know, all those games, Knockout Kings, I've always been much more careful and, you know, try to work for my advantage instead of brute forcing it. So Ed 20 says like 60% of TKZ earnings are through bonuses. What is TKZ? Bonuses. If it wasn't for bonuses, he'd be making chump change. TKZ. You're going to hit me like a ton of bricks when I see what that is. Rear Naked MMA says probably because Yakuza put a gun to your eye. Brian Redband said Sage acts the same way behind the scenes too. Frankie Edgar and Mickey Gall say so. Yeah, shout out to Frankie Edgar, who's another guy that I absolutely respect, and I think he's a nice guy as well, too. And I trust the fact that when Frankie says that, I believe him. Sage Northcutt is a hell of a kid. I mean, you should want more Sage Northcutts in MMA. Not to be a dork about it. Not to be playing touch butt in that pork, that kid with the ponytail and the pork. I'm not trying to do that. But I like him. I like Sage. He's married to some famous voiceover artist. Some woman that does like one of the biggest cartoons in the world. Just so happens to be married to her. We're trying to finish Jairzinho Rosenstrike. Trying to get that finish for Ed. What is TKZ? TKZ makes 20 to show, 20 to win, and I think 50K performance bonus. Oh, the Korean Zombie. God dang it. I should have known that. Yeah. The Korean Zombie, if that's what he's getting paid, that's disgusting. That's truly disgusting. That is criminal. That man is one of the best right now. He might have lost, but he's still one of the best. I mean, that's embarrassing for the UFC. How can we have a legit sport? How do you pay these guys? They have such short careers normally. How do you not pay these guys well? I mean, this is barbaric. If it's true that the Korean Zombie's getting 20 to show and 20 to win, that makes me angry almost. I mean, that's disgusting. That's absolutely abhorrent. To pay a grown man that's destroying his body. You know, you're making millions. You've just sold a company for billions of dollars. That's what is infuriating about that. How dare you pay the centerpiece $40,000, and if he doesn't perform well, that's it. It's criminal. Knowing Sage's background with his father, I'm not surprised how he acts. Yeah, his father did a good job, man. His father definitely did a great job raising a person that's not going to make the world a worse place in many ways. Ed 20. Shout out to Ed 20. Sage's sister is married to Raymond Daniels. What? Wow, that's interesting. And it also makes sense because they come from that world, you know? They come from that kickboxing world. That's interesting. I had no idea. Thank you for that little gem. By the way, if anybody in here has not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Please hit the like. I know if you're here regularly, hit that like for your boy. Show me that you like me. Show me that you care. Hit that notification, and most importantly, hit that notification like I just said. I want you to know when things are kicking off. We might do one more fight tonight, folks. And we are going to finish the night off with a little bit of Mortal Kombat. After this will be our last fight. Woo! It's a wrap! Actually, we'll do one more. We'll do one more fight. Because that's not fair to say this is the last fight, knock him out. We'll do one more fight. And then we will do it. Ed 20 says, I think they only just bumped it up for the Ortega fight. I read he makes $80K now, and I think to show. I mean, still, this is the Korean Zombie is headlining events. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he is he's headlining. Clip Mafia! What's up, my man? Welcome to the stream. You came just in time for our last fight. Clip Mafia says, Clip Mofia, says, hey coach, I just played Pry. What happened? Clip, I want the deets. What happened? How did you do? Who were you? Who is he? Let me know what happened. Ed 20 says, where's the MK? We're gonna do one more fight, Ed, and then we're gonna run some Mortal Kombat. That's for sure. On YouTube. We're not going to go to Twitch. We're going to keep it on YouTube tonight and run some Mortal Kombat Day 3. Let's see where we're at on these leaderboards. We're 93rd in the universe. The known universe. 2-minute first round against my calf versus McGregor. Pry won. Oh, I thought you were about to blow him. But hey, man, you got in there. Good job. That is, I mean, he's beating channel members right now. If you are, thank you for the warning, Clip Mafia. If anybody in here is a channel member to Pryoxy's channel, if you pay, I think you have to pay for that. He's fighting you right now. You can get a spar in with one of the greats, Pryoxy. Thanks for the heads up, Clip Mofia. Clip Mofia, am I pronouncing that correctly? Mofia, right? Ed 20 says, I can't believe I bullied Coach into running MK. No, actually, today I was talking about running MK before the stream, but yes, you did. You influenced me, that's for sure. And you bullied me last time. You actually did bully me last time. Yes, Mofia. Got it. Excellent. Can't believe I bullied Coach. Not paid, just subs. Okay, cool. So you don't even have to pay. You just need to subscribe to his channel and you can get a fight in. That is awesome. Pry plays paid members tomorrow. So he has like a schedule, like a routine of people he fights. That's really cool. That's an interesting setup. So people can't just walk into any old stream and say, hey, Pry, can we get a fight? He doesn't do that. We are finishing the stream with a fight against a guy named Cam, who I remember this name. I think he's actually good. Clip Mofia says he's only online for 4 hours. What do you mean only online for 4 hours? Clip Mofia, that is a long time to be online. Oh no, this guy's lagging. I got to sign up. He plays the unskilled people that he charges. Oh my god, this guy is lagging. No. I remember this name for a reason. This is crazy. Oh no, I remember this guy. It's the worst. This lag is insane. Oh, look at this guy. My god. Oh my goodness, what? I hope I get him in this sub. Oh, I hope he pays for this. Look at this leg. Oh no! Oh no! I thought I choked him out. This is no! I celebrated too early, and I got an adrenaline dump. Oh no! Close sub on the leg. Yeah, this is crazy. I remember this guy. I remember him. I don't remember specifically him doing this. That's not what I initially remembered him for, but I remember the name, and I didn't get a good feeling. But I do remember a guy that did almost the exact same thing. Perfect connection while we're getting matchmaking, and then boom, as soon as the match starts, he starts lagging. Look, he stopped the leg. Look at that. Look what he did. He stopped the game from lagging right now. Wow. Clip Mofia says he's a switcher. Look at what this guy's doing. Yeah, I've never seen... I mean, he's a lag switcher. For a UFC win? Really? You're going to cheat, dude? You're cheating for UFC wins out here in these streets. And by the way, while you're doing all this cheating, you haven't developed the skills it takes to actually survive. So you're actually hurting yourself. Oh. Oh my goodness. This is gonna have to go to the ground. I've got no choice. Ed 20 says, Coach is definitely lag switching. I need to get somebody as a mod in here and make sure that we keep Ed 20 banned and we keep all of his comments closely guarded. And not banned right away, but I want his comments guarded like a hawk. I want someone that only has mod privileges over Ed 20. And if he gets out of line, pop him on the gosh darn head. I'm joking, Taj Tennant. Marquise. I'm just joking. He likes to give me a hard time, and I'm just letting him know. At 20 says, Coach, sub him. I will definitely try to get this fight to the ground and try to submit him. I probably should have done that when I had him on his belly before. Oh my God, this. At 20 now under surveillance. That's right, Clip Mofia. You know how we roll. You know how it's got to be. Some people just need that extra attention, that extra eye on them. Okay, this guy is. Oh. Oh my God. So I need to focus on this guy. Clip Mophias is going to play MKX. No, I'm actually playing Mortal Kombat 11 after this fight. We're going to do Mortal Kombat 11. Not for long, not a long session, but I definitely want to get back out there. Yesterday, on the last stream, did you see the new MK movie? No, I did not. I did not see it. He said you didn't. Yeah, no, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen any Mortal Kombat movies since the very first, like the old one. The very first old Mortal Kombat movie from like the 90s, I even think it was. I haven't seen any other Mortal Kombat anything. And like I said, I don't know why I became so turned off by Mortal Kombat. It wasn't the fatalities or anything. It just felt like a broken... This lag is crazy that this guy's doing this. It's crazy that EA has a game where this is a possibility. Like, this is... It's just unacceptable. Oh, look at that. Look at this. This is just outright, it's outright cheating. I mean, this is not even, and it's insane. I'm moving and the guy, I'm not even touching the stick right now. He's still, I'm not touching it. What a, I mean, wow. Oh, my God. I almost want to send this guy a no respect. All right, so here we go. Yeah, Ed 20 says, what a virgin this guy is. Yeah, I mean, I don't know his status, but jeez. Yes. Look at that, lagging right. Golly. If this guy didn't lag, the fight would have been over. I got to keep this fight right here. or he's going to cheat. If I don't keep this fight right here, try to wear him out, and get the finish by submission, hopefully. He's going to try to Oh, I thought he was going to try to transition out. Thought he was going, crush him, coach. I'm trying, my man. Clip Mofia, I'm trying. That's what he says. I got to send him to the Shadow Realm. I'm trying. My goodness. I almost want to make a video, clip this up and say, Coach Heavy Hands beats a cheater. And let all 30 people that see my videos watch it. That's when he says, I don't know his status. Yeah, Clip Mofia, it's insane that that you can even have access to influence the game like this. It's insane that you're allowed to do this, that this is a possibility. And it's been this way. This series has been out for 10 years. Brian Redman says he went to Joshua Fabia's School of Self-Awareness. Yeah, he definitely is. And he sat front seat. He got front seats. Answering every question. Hands up. He's in that front row. Throttling and packet sending. Hold on, I'll read that in just a second. Throttling and packet sending corruption. So I don't know technically what that is, what you've described, but I've heard of it. And yeah, it's crazy. And he obviously just stops doing it, throttling packets and sending corruption when it's on the ground. I'd like to throttle... Wait. I was about to say I'd like to throttle his packet, but that doesn't sound right. I got a couple people in this stream that might point that out as being a little awkward. But I said it. It's already out there. Oh, man, I got to get this fight to the ground with a quickness. At 20 says Stevie Wonder. You can see this lag. By the way, anybody that wants to have their mind blown, I think he's sending packet loss to his PSN and turned. Yeah, I don't know. Clip Mofia, you got to teach me, my man. I have no idea. Or I need to Google. That's what I need to do. Anyway, if anybody's wondering, there's some videos online of Stevie Wonder, evidence that he's not completely at least blind. Like, there's video of him catching a microphone that's falling over. And there are multiple celebrities that have... Shaq has a story about Stevie Wonder walking into a room where he didn't know Shaq was like waiting for an elevator or something like that. There's no way someone said, hey, Shaq's here. And he said, hey, what's up, Shaq? And it's like, what? In some parts of the world, it's a grand conspiracy. I knew Ed came through, true to form. Clip Mofia says internet and his PSN are on one network, and he sends it packets to corrupt the perception of the integrity of the game. So he's basically sending additional like information to interfere with the processing of. We're gonna get a compilation of coaches' quotes from the streams. Yeah, you can really. I like the idea of out of context quotes. It's kind of hilarious. Man, look at this. Yes. Oh my gosh, I really do want to make a clip of this fight. If I can pull it off. I mean, but it's almost, you can't accuse this guy of cheating without knowing for sure that he is. But my God, it's insane. And he showed no sign of lag when we were in the lobby, none. Here we go. Woo! It's a wrap! Yes! It's the pure corrupting of the connection to the PSN server using a computer. Thank you, Clipmofia. I have a better idea of what this is, what's going on. And it's horrible. I mean, what kind of... I mean, you're trying to get a win off of this by cheating, and you can see, when it's not lagging, he doesn't... I mean, he's actually okay, I guess, on the feet, but he has no capabilities on the ground. None. He can't stop transitions. Ed20 says, Cam needs to get laid. Twin Tower Gaming! I tune into the stream on something that would never happen in real life. How are y'all? You just caught the end of the John Jones getting ground and pounded out. Well, you came in just in time for the last fight of the stream, Twin Tower Gaming. My guy, I wish you were here earlier, but I'm glad you came in, period. I'm honored that everybody steps foot in here. Thank you so much. Let's check where we are, because this stream's called The Road to the Top 100. We've been trying to get to the top 100. I'm not Crooks. Crooks is a high-level fighter. We just fought a cheater, by the way, Twin Tower. As Ed says, what a cretin that guy is, because he was cheating. He was lag switching. And so you can see we've won our last 9 out of our 10 last fights here. Yep, that's right. 9 out of our last 10 fights. Leaderboards, we are 80th in the universe. That's not in just on Earth. That's the entire universe. We are 80th in EA UFC 4. That's every universe and parallel universe. We are 80th. It was fake connection unless the connection was a rock. Yeah, but it just, yeah. Clipmofia, it's got to be that, and that's why the chance that it's just a bad connection and not him intentionally doing it, I don't want to go out there and just accuse him of cheating publicly. So I'll cool my jets and not make a clip of that fight, but it was frustrating. So we are 39th in North America, my friends. Oh, it's the road to the top 100, and we've made it. We're going to continue to climb. Look at these guys in the top 100. That's what we want to actually be. We want to be top 50. Look at the killers up here. Goat, Rayhan, Crooks. Crooks, shout out to Crooks. Legend. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to Crooks, please take a second. Get out there, subscribe to him. In any case, I appreciate you guys being here. I will be here I'll be here tomorrow with more UFC. Gonna hop onto some Mortal Kombat. Let me know in the comments if you had a good time. I know there's only 5 of us or 4 of us in here right now. But you know what's coming up next. Because I know what's coming up next. I'm gonna catch you on the flip side. Peace. I'm out. Thank you, Twin Tower Gaming. Thank you, my man.
Ladies and gentlemen, this championship bout is presented by Navarone. All characters in 1872. Modella, root for those with a fighting spirit. And Manscaped, official electric trimmer of the UFC. Visit manscaped.com today. Our three judges during this contest Oh,